Welcome into Buck and Honey's in Mount Horeb. I'm Zach Canley. He's Tyler Wahl, and this is Wisconsin Huddle. Tyler, thanks for coming back.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Now, before we start, we got to talk about your start to last week's game, right? Are you not going to shave before the game anymore? Because was that the trick?
Yeah, apparently. I usually start off like everyone. Every athlete, they got their little routine that they got, and so I usually started off with a shave, and I don't know what I was feeling that day, but I didn't shave, and I started out scoring pretty well.
Well, the start I mentioned was 8 straight points by Tyler Wahl, and it set the tone for the rest of the game for Wisconsin. The Badgers bullied the Gamecocks down low, outscoring them 40-20 in the paint. Stephen Crowell finished with a game-high 19. Wahl added in 16, and the duo combined for 16 rebounds. If you give the post a touch, good things happen, and that's exactly what this group did.
I feel like tonight we just kind of started off going inside, and we never really left it. And me, Steve, a couple of other guys did a good job of getting in there and making good decisions.
It doesn't really matter who we're playing, me and Tyler, and like I said, AJ, it doesn't really matter who gets in there. We're trying to dominate whoever's guarding us, and I think that's the goal and the game plan for us every game. So, and like we did tonight, we want to have more games like this.
Now, you two were efficient, too. 7 for 11 for Crowell. You were 7 for 12. What's it feel like basically every time you shoot, the ball goes in?
I mean, it was feeling good for us that night. There's going to be those games where the ball doesn't necessarily go in, but when it's going in at that high of a clip, it definitely feels good. And when you can do it with your front court buddy, it's great. We have a saying for the bigs when we in practice, and it's dominate the paint. So we go out there, and we're trying to dominate the paint every time we go out there. And so we did that the other night, and we're gonna look to keep it rolling.
Now, as we mentioned earlier, Tyler took matters into his own hands offensively for the Badgers. At one point, it was Tyler Wahl 8, Jacksonville State 4.
Pass for Wahl, darts one to Klesman, fakes the three, good close by Clark, gets it inside, Wahl catches, single coverage Brigham, a little dig from Bernie, now Wahl turns, left shoulder, flips it with the right hand, and it's Tyler Wahl 6, Jacksonville State 4.
Besides not shaving before the game, did you do anything differently before the game, or was it just one of those nights where you're like, I'm getting the ball and I'm scoring to set the tone early?
I mean, yeah, it's one of those nights. It's finals week, so all the people going through finals have tests, have exams, have their mind in other places. It's not a Big Ten game, so we didn't have a full arena, so we had to come out firing, and I luckily had the opportunity to get the ball in the good spots, and I put the ball in the hole.
All right, well, now it's time for our Quickie Quiz sponsored by QuickTrip. Going to give you 3 questions. You just have to get 2 right, then everybody here is going home with a prize from QuickTrip. Let's test your knowledge on how well you know your head coach, Greg Gard. Are you ready?
I think so.
Okay. I hope so. Number 1, earlier this season you beat Marquette, number 3 Marquette, to add another top 10 win to the Greg Gard era. How many wins over top 10 teams does Coach Gard have? Is it A, 15, B, 3, or C, 11?
It's definitely not 3. I've been here for more than 3, but I'm gonna say 11.
C, 11 is correct. 1 for 1. All right, number 2. Where is Greg Gard from? A, Platteville, B, Cobb, or C, Milwaukee?
Cobb, Wisconsin.
Cobb, Wisconsin. 2 for 2.
There we go.
Population, 482 people. All right, number 3, just for fun.
Cobb.
What is Greg Gard's nickname?
Greg Gard, if it's the Twitter name that I'm thinking of, it's Greg Gard, the Silent Assassin.
The Silent Assassin is correct. 3 for 3, which means we're all getting a prize from QuickTrip. And don't go anywhere. More from Buck and Honey's in Mount Horeb after the break.
Hey everybody, Jared from Stark on the Beltline, proud sponsor of Wisconsin Huddle. We're small enough to give you great customer service, but big enough to help you find the pre-owned vehicle that fits your needs. Stark on the Beltline, Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
At Bullet Health System, we believe it is important for you to know your specialist. Dr. Jamie France is a board-certified orthopedic surgeon dedicated to getting you back to living your life through leading-edge technology and world-class care with the least amount of downtime. Dr. France works here. He lives here. He is part of your community and enjoys family time on the ice, providing exceptional care to you. Know your specialist. Exceptional people, exceptional care.
This is Matt Gunderson. It still hits me every time TAPS is played. We're honored to serve those who served. An eligible Veterans Life Celebration includes honors recognizing their dedication and selfless service, including uniform and medal displays.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
We have a variety of quality pre-owned vehicles, including Hondas, Toyotas, Subarus, as well as many other popular brands, right here at Stark on Highway 19, located at 502 West Main Street here in Marshall, Wisconsin's premier pre-owned dealership.
Football.
Why?
I love football, you know. Football is one of my favorite sports growing up.
I would want to play golf or baseball. Golf, me and Conor and a bunch of teammates love going out there, hitting the links. So I'd love to be good at that. And baseball, I played that in high school.
My other interest lately is golf, so I got a lot of work to do on my golf game to get there, but that would be my next choice.
I would say football. You know, it looks fun. I know it's hard hitting. I know it's a lot that goes into it, but I would say football. I get that. I should play football a lot. I hear that.
Yeah, baseball for sure would be my sport. It was actually my #1 sport growing up. So baseball, you know, I'm watching now. I was tuned into the Brewers game last night, and so you know, definitely baseball would be my sport.
And welcome back to Buck and Honey's. AJ Storrs coming and fit right in with this Wisconsin basketball team. Leads the Badgers in scoring, averaging almost 14 points per game. But over the weekend, he was making an impact that was bigger off the court. He held a toy drive in Sun Prairie where he collected gifts for kids in need, and being able to give back meant a lot to Storr because now that the Rockford native is back by his hometown, he sees a lot of himself in these kids.
Just a little toy drive. Gonna give the toys back to the youth. Like I said, anywhere in my Wisconsin area, Rockford area, it's a blessing. Me as a kid, you know, I looked up to college players, so just me being here, I know has somewhat of an impact on the kid.
Now, Tyler, he's only been here a couple months, but already using his platform to give back. What does that say about the type of person AJ Storr is?
I mean, I think it says a lot when you are able to go out in the community and give back to just the kids, especially around this time of year. It really shows on how great of a person and friend he really is. He came in, he's been great right from the jump since he got on campus. He's been all years just looking for ways to help. And so now with all this NIL stuff where you're able to do these kind of things, you're able to work with organizations to give back to the community. It's really a great thing, and I'm really glad that AJ's taking advantage of it here this early at Wisconsin.
Now, we've seen him make some spectacular plays on the court. Is there one that comes to mind where you were just either on the bench or watching like this far away and you're like, whoa, AJ Storr, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first one was I think it was in the red-white scrimmage, and I think Kamari McGee threw him like a loud pass in transition with like the Dwayne Wade, LeBron kind of picture. So I think that was just something where I was like, oh, I haven't seen that in my long 4 or 5 years here. So I think it's really exciting. New brand of basketball kind of where we can get some more dunks, some more action plays, get the crowd involved, get us going. So yeah, I think that's the #1 so far for me.
Well, we've got to take a quick break. More from Buck and Honey's in Mount Horeb after this.
Wisconsin Huddle is brought to you by Grunberg Law Offices.
Buck and Honey's, Iron Jock, Ellenbox Cheese, West Bend Mutual Insurance, and Team Lammy, NIL experts.
NASCAR Cup Series champion Ryan Blaney here. If you come in now, you get 12% off everything for the 12 days of Christmas at Menards.
That's right, we couldn't resist. In honor of number 12's big championship win, we're giving you 12% off everything for the 12 days of Christmas. Thank you, friends, for a great year. And please accept this as our Christmas gift to you. Congratulations, Ryan.
Merry Christmas and enjoy your 12% off everything.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Grunberg Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Enjoy Buck and Honey's before, during, or after the big game. Buck and Honey's restaurants voted Best of Madison and celebrating Wisconsin hospitality in Sun Prairie, Monona, Waunakee, and new in Mount Horeb.
Hey, Packers fans, how about celebrating the Packers season in a new 2023 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss? Hey, kick off your winning season with Quick Rewards Packers points, only from QuickTrip. For every dollar you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Packers point. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win amazing prizes throughout the season. Your winning season starts at QuickTrip with Quick Rewards Packers points. See QuickTrip.com/sweepstakes for details.
After a serious accident, you'll need a team to fight for the results you deserve. We're here for you whenever you need us. Grunberg Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Conor Ean is coming off a freshman season where he averaged 12 points per game and set a new program record for most threes as a freshman with 69. But this season, Ean has struggled to see the floor. The sophomore sharpshooter played a total of 19 minutes in Wisconsin's last 4 games. The reason, according to Greg Gard, CE3 is in a bit of a funk right now defensively.
I think he's better than where he was 2-3 weeks ago. He understands it. He's been very coachable, but he's got to continue to be more physical defensively. And we're working some things with him to try to help him with his feet. His balance, those type of things, but embracing it. He knows it, and we need him. But he's got to continue to grow defensively, as we've all seen.
Badger Extra columnist Jim Polzine joins us, and Jim, what do you make of Conor's lack of playing time?
Yeah, there's a couple of factors at work. You mentioned the defense, and Tyler knows more than anybody. You get here, you have to follow the defensive rules. It's been that way for 20-plus years, so that's one thing. His back injury early in the season certainly did not help, and now he's kind of caught in a numbers game. There's 2 wing spots. There's really 4 guys that have to fit those roles. It's hard to find minutes for everybody. A.J. Storr needs minutes. Max Klesmet needs minutes. Conor needs minutes. And, of course, John Blackwell needs minutes, too. So it's a numbers game. I have no doubt that he'll get back and do the flow of things eventually.
Well, Tyler, how have you seen Conor respond? And as the leader of this group, do you need to say anything during this time where he's trying to figure everything out?
I mean, yeah, he's definitely going through a funk, and I've been there before, too. And it can be hard, but I feel like the best thing that you can do is show up, give your best at practice, and then afterwards kind of think about it and try to get better. And from what I've seen, he's done that so far. And he shows up. He might not be getting the minutes that he wants, but he shows up with a good attitude. He works his tail off, and he's trying to get better.
It's kind of a weird time of year schedule-wise. Last week, it was finals week, and then just one game. This week, finals. Christmas is right around the corner, and there's that one game against Chicago State. Jim, if you're Greg Gard, how do you get this team to lock in and maybe not overlook their opponent and start thinking about maybe a couple of presents under the tree?
So the best thing that happened was Chicago State went and won at Northwestern. I mean, I really think that was a good thing. Not that these guys needed a thing to focus on, but that's big. Otherwise, I think it's just focusing on yourself. And Tyler, again, you've been through 5 of these winter break sessions. You got to get better as a team rather than focus on what's ahead of you.
Tyler, what's the hardest part of having all this time in between games, or do you like it?
I think it's great, honestly. I only got one more presentation tomorrow, so I won't have too much school to worry about. but it's a good little time to get a mental break from school. You get to see your family, which I know a lot of guys from all over the country, they don't get to see them, or their family doesn't come to too many games, so it's a time to kind of regenerate some energy and get ready for the Big Ten season.
Well, there's still one game left in the non-conference, but Jim, who's your MVP of the non-conference for this team and maybe the most improved player?
They're both tough ones. I think there's multiple candidates. I mean, I think you could name any 4 or 5 guys for the MVP. I'm going with Chucky Hepburn. Not even averaging double figures, but that's not what matters to me. 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, and he's, of course, their leader on defense and gets things running. Most improved, again, tough one. I'm going to go with Steven Krell. I think he's upped his game this year. I think we're seeing a little bit of what we saw in the NIT run last year, and they need Steven to be really, really good if this team's going to be really, really good.
Well, now's the time to remind you to give us a follow on Facebook, Instagram, and X to stay up to date on all things Wisconsin Huddle. And be sure to check out our website, too, at wisconsin-huddle.com. We've got to take a quick break. More Wisconsin Huddle after this.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
In a Class 3 casino, you're playing against the house, so there's no guarantee a player has to win, ever. And in a Class 2 casino, the players play against each other, and not the house. So someone always wins.
So you're saying... He's saying if you want to win at something, you have to go to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, a Class 2 casino where someone has to win. How about this then?
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Attention Wisconsin residents. If you're looking for individual or family dental coverage and want a dental plan that fits your needs, Momentum Insurance can help. We are a locally owned Madison-based insurance company and a trusted provider of all dental insurance needs with friendly, helpful customer service and high value in coverage and cost. To learn more or enroll, visit our website, MomentumPlans.com. That's MomentumPlans.com. Momentum Plans, dental insurance you can smile about.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Sometimes the do-it-yourself route isn't the best option. Call Monona Plumbing instead and get your plumbing problem fixed right.
A name you can trust when service is a must.
And welcome to this week's Wisconsin Huddle Unleashed. I'm Zach Canley, she's Britta Curl, and we're gonna putt for prizes. All right. So, number 17. Why number 17? Does that have any specific meaning?
Well, I was 21 in high school. I kind of wanted 21, but Nicole Amontia was in my class. She stole that first, so I can't remember what the other options were, but my brother was 17 in high school, so I liked it.
I read that. Oh, there's one. I read that you started playing hockey when you were 3? Or
Yeah, I
around
think
or
so.
skating?
Yeah, my dad, he would always build a rink in our backyard. So I don't really probably even remember the first time I skated, but I just felt like I was always doing it. Oh. Yeah.
There we go. You know, they didn't have confidence in me, so nobody.
You can't really take out your aggression as much in golf.
All right, let's go for 3. 3 in a row. We're dialed in. You're dialed in. That's 5 in a row. That's 5 in a row. Hey, my goal was to make 1. I wrote it down before we started, and I made 1. All right. Six. So you've won 3 national championships. Yes. Do you remember the moment for each of them? Or I mean, what's that moment like? Oh. The streak's over.
Every moment's, or every team's a little bit different, and you know, there's different expectations. As a freshman, it felt a certain way, like you just show up and you coast along with the seniors who've been trying for 4 years, and then you win, you're like, oh, that was easy.
Yeah,
like,
right.
This past year, I really realized like how difficult it really is. We had just a little bit different season. We were more underdogs, so that one was just so much more of like a relief to get it over with.
Yeah, it was crazy how last year everybody kind of just counted Wisconsin out, and then boom,
yeah,
we got hot.
We always knew we had it. We just had to put it together. We definitely went through some adversity in the middle of the season, but come on. There we go.
All right, back on track. Well, it's a good thing we weren't keeping score because I made a total of 3, and Britta, at one point, you made 6, 7 in a row?
Yep.
No big deal. That's it for this week's Wisconsin Huddle Unleashed. For Britta Curl, I'm Zach Canley. We'll see you next week.
Wisconsin Huddle is brought to you by Grunberg Law Offices, Buck and Honey's, Iron Jock, Ellen Box Cheese, West Bend Mutual Insurance, and Team Lemmy, NIL experts.
Enjoy Buck and Honey's before, during, or after the big game. Buck and Honey's restaurants voted Best of Madison and celebrating Wisconsin hospitality in Sun Prairie, Monona, Wanakee, and new in Mount Horeb.
Don't get blindsided by the holidays. Get the perfect gift for friends and family. Just go to ellenboxcheese.com to order from their wide variety of gift boxes. Check out all that flavor. And they can be shipped anywhere.
Oh, it's an Ellen Box Cheese gift box. Best gift ever.
Do not forget your Ellen Box.
We often get asked,
is it really free to hire Grunberg Law Offices after an accident?
The answer is very simple, yes. We don't get paid until we win your case. It costs you nothing up front to hire Grunberg Law Offices. The call, the consultation, all free. You pay nothing until we win your case. It's just that simple. Call us today, Grunberg Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Hey, Packers fans, how about celebrating the Packers season in a new 2023 Chevy Colorado Trail Boss? Hey, kick off your winning season with Quick Rewards Packers Points, only from QuickTrip. For every $1 you spend with Quick Rewards, you'll earn a Packers Point. Then with your Quick Rewards app, spend points for your chance to win amazing prizes throughout the season. Your winning season starts at QuickTrip with Quick Rewards Packers Points. See quicktrip.com/sweepstakes for details.
If you were watching Thursday's game and noticed Wisconsin's jerseys were a little different, it wasn't your TV. The Badgers were wearing their By the Players alternate jerseys designed this year by Stephen Crowell and Chucky Hepburn. Last Tuesday, they practiced in the new unis before wearing them against Jacksonville State, and it's safe to say they looked good, felt good, and played good in them.
I like them. I feel like the gray is a little different. You know, seeing that, I don't know, Wisconsin jersey, it'll be a little different. It'll be fun for the fans. And then I feel like it's pretty detailed. It's nice.
I like them. I like the gray, simple. I think we could have had a little more flair for an alternate jersey, but it is what it is.
All right, Tyler, what did you like about these unis?
They don't really. What I like about them the most is that they won't jump out as you as being different. But there's some little things, like the state is on the side and some silver lining, the gray and the Wisconsin on the back collar. I know underneath it says family. So I think just the little things that won't jump out at you, but it still has that same old Wisconsin jersey feel to it.
Yeah, and you've designed a couple of them. What was your favorite part about that process, and maybe which alternate jerseys that you wore were your favorites?
I mean, yeah, I'm not very artistic, so I didn't make the designs. I kind of just told them a few ideas, and I think it was really cool the way that they were able to bring my words to life when I was describing them. But the two that I designed were the black one and then the white with kind of the candy cane print outline. But I really think the white with the candy cane print was my favorite because we had I feel like a lot of iconic wins. We won a Big Ten in them, so I think those are my favorite.
Well, before we go, we want to say a special thank you to Tom Anderson, owner of Buck and Honey's Restaurants, for being our host over the last 17 weeks. If you weren't here, we wouldn't be able to put the show on, so thank you, Tom. And that's it for this week's Wisconsin Huddle. Be sure to join us back here at Buck and Honey's in Mount Horeb on Monday, January 8th for our next live taping. For Tyler and Tom, I'm Zach Canley. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in January.
Noon goes off to Turner, and it's taken away by Tyler Wahl. Doing some things defensively. Here's Wahl feeds McGrory to the rim. Layup good.
Wisconsin Huddle was brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.